Alright. Hello everyone, and thank you for being here and having interest in this great game. This is Salem the Crafting MMO, and like 4 years ago I made a video about how to play this game in the right way in the first hour. So this video will be a tutorial, sort of, so we can learn how to play the Salem the Crafting MMO in the right way. So first, if you downloaded this game from the official website, you will have to go to the forums and download in the section Artifice and Arcana a custom client, because you can play this game on the official well, you can actually play this game on the official client, but it's better if you use a custom client. In this case, I'm using the Tapion based on Latikai, based on Ender's client. So this game has been around for like 10 years or so, and I have been playing it on and off in those years, and even after so many years, I haven't unlocked all the skills, and there's a lot of stuff you can do here in Salem the Crafting MMO. This is a MMO survival game, so you can collect stuff, build your base, learn new skills, hunt for a living, fish. You can mine. You can also do some agriculture, some farming. You can the game even has PvP aspect, so you can even raid other players. The game has a lot of options so to show, and the game is some people don't like it because, well, the aesthetics are kind of weird, but I kind of like it. So in this screen we will make our character, we choose a hairstyle, our beard, and with this guy we can choose our name. So I'm gonna call it 1 hour tutorial or whatever, I don't know, whatever name is alright. So we are a pilgrim going to the new world. That means the Colonial, the 13 colonies of America. So that's the game about. We are an explorer, and we go to Providence, but on our way there, the chief lends us a hand to survive, to learn to survive on the new world. And with this guy, I don't know what, we can skip the tutorial with this guy for 200 silver, and that silver will be charged on our bank account. But if you don't have the money, well, you have to do the tutorial. So I guess I don't have the money. And well, we don't have the money, and we go to lend a hand to the chief. The game has a tutorial. As you can see, it's talking to me. It even has some music. The music is free from Kenny McLeod or something like that. So I'm gonna mute this guy for the tutorial, because, well, it lasts for like 30 minutes. If you skip the tutorial and don't finish it, your character will be lost, so be aware of that. By the way, the game has permanent death, but it's very rare if you get to kill your character. The permanent aspect of the game, I mean, another player will have to kill you to get permanently killed, but the requirements to get that skill so you can permanently kill other players are very high. So not everyone can actually kill other people. So it will be very rare to get permanently killed in this game. So as you can see, I'm just foraging some stuff, and let's do the tutorial. So first, this is the minimap. we right click stuff and click pick. If you use a custom client, you can go to the options, and on cheats you can add automatic commands. So that's why I don't have to click pick. So we need to give a hickory nut to Nubs. It's this little rat in the center of the village. This actually is not a rat. The Nubs, this guy, is a skunk, and skunks are actually creatures in the older America lore. When the people started to come here, they had stories of strange creatures living in the darkness, like skunks, furfurs, wishpush, argopelters, and they are actually here in the game. So you will encounter them if you wander far enough to the darkness, but not many people get to go there. They are actually quite strange. So this is a tumbleweed. I just picked them up here on the minimap, and I'm gonna give it to Nobs, and that's the second mission. Next, we open the studying sheet, and we learn childish things. That's our first skill. So the second skill, childish things, will unlock another skill called survival skills, and we will have to learn that skill as well. But as you can see, this skill is in orange, so we have to study stuff that we encounter on the wilderness or that we craft, so we can raise our proficiencies. In this case, I picked up a smooth stone, so I'm gonna study it, and we can buy the skill. Survival skills will unlock other skills, and as you can see how this game gets more complex and more complex every time, and these skills will unlock us new skills to build, new stuff we can build, like this pile of wood, or this drying frame, or this reed basket. So that's pretty cool, and that's the tutorial. So next we have to build a drying rack, so they can dry their skins of the monsters or beasts they hunt. But I'm too low on black bile, as you can see, so we have to eat something, and I pick a nut from the tree, and that's the first food we will eat. So right click it and eat it, and our biles will be regenerated. We have 4 biles. We have the blue bile, which is flame, and determines our endurance when building stuff or running. We have our blood, which is our hit points. We have our yellow bile, which is our strength when attacking. We have our black bile, which helps us when studying stuff. So we have enough black bile. This black bile is also used when we need to build stuff. You can see it used some of my black bile. So we have to build it. That's it. Next we have to craft a flint axe. So we just walk around, and in the floor there must be some stone, which is a flint over here, and then we pick a branch and craft our first flint axe. We go to craft, tools, a flint axe, and there it is. We can craft it now. Awesome. Next we have an axe, and next we have to learn a new skill, lore of the lumber goods. The skills are over here. These are our quests, so we have to complete those in order to get to the main game. This is just the tutorial island. So we study some stuff. I guess a smooth stone. Okay, I have to eat something else. I have to get some stuff to study. So the first stuff we will encounter will be just laying around on the floor when we explore around the game. This will be the first things we will encounter, and this will be our first inspirationals. So there it is. straight chestnut is another nut. We can eat it, but you can also study it. When you hover your mouse under an inspirational, you will see it can raise your proficiencies. So let's right click and study it, and we can now learn a new skill. You can read what each skill does and unlocks here. There is also a wiki page you can read while playing. So if you can't read these things because the font is quite small, well, don't worry, because you can read those things online as well. So the next quest is throw a good block on the sacred fire. So we just chop one of these stuff, which is a good heap. You can also get good blocks from an old tree log, or you can also chop down a tree. But since we are noobs in the game, still, it will take us like 2 minutes or 5 minutes to chop down a tree with the smallest quality axe. We don't want to do that. The best way to get good blocks in the tutorial island is to just get them from the stuff laying on the floor. So the next quest is to replenish your flame. That's done by studying something. And now the game introduces us to the gluttony system. So as I said before, these are our 4 bile flames. So how can we raise those? Well, we have 2 methods. First, we have our craving. The craving is this thing over here. This is what your character is wanting to eat. If you eat this food in specific, you will raise 1 point on all of your 4 biles. So let's eat a blackberry, because that's what you're craving for. So we eat it, and our biles raise by 1 on all of our points. So that's awesome. So next, the other method to raise our biles is by gluttoning. So gluttoning requires you to gather a lot of food, as much food as you can carry, so you can glutton on those food and raise your biles as fast as you can. So that's a mini game, and that's pretty fun to do. That's one thing that will keep us busy in the game for a lot of time. Remember that this game is completely free, so you will, if you get in love with this game, you can play it for virtually years. So we can the next quest is increase your maximum proficiency cap, and you can do it on whatever proficiency you can do. As you can, well, let's pick this tumbleweed, and as you can see, these bars have a limit of 500. So let's study a tumbleweed, and as you can see, we can now raise our proficiencies. If you click on one of these things, your proficiency will increase by 2, and all the other proficiencies that are filled in gray, in green, they will raise by 1. So let's raise stocks and cultivars. It will go from 5 to 7. On all the other guys that were in green, will raise from 5 to 6. So our last quest, I think this is the last, I don't know, will be learning Colonial Trademanship. So this guy requires, okay, I think the straight chestnut will help us. I need to eat more. Alright, so we study another one. If my black bile raises, alright, we can now learn this skill. And now we have to speak with the native guide. And as you can see, we did the tutorial in like 5 minutes or 10. all the dialogues will overlap if you do the tutorial fast. This is a bug, and the game will have a few of those, but none of them are game breaking, don't worry. So we have to speak with the native guide. Is that guy over there? Let's go. Well, the music it's kind of good actually. I kind of like those. those background effects. I mean, if it wasn't for the fire, it would be awesome. Alright, let's go. Let's speak with this guy, and this will throw us to the main server, which is Providence. The game actually had some expeditions which were temporary servers, and they were around for like 3 months or so, and they were like fast version of Salem. I'm gonna resize the window a little bit so you don't see those white bars on the window. And let's go to the main world. As you can see, these are the servers. They are closed, Popan and Concord, and they were temporary servers like 3 years ago or so. We can go to those, I think, and they are servers for PvP, or where they were servers for PvP. I wish another expedition could launch soon, but I mean, this game is also kind of dead, so I don't expect that to happen very soon. Now we are in Providence. This is the mainland. I forgot to tell you, but well, the map has an order. The east side of the map is all covered by sea, and the west side of the map is all covered by an invisible wall and also darkness. That's another mechanic over here. If you wander too much to the left, your vials will start to drain, and your character will not survive in darkness. But you can also turn into a witch, and witches can only live in the darkness. So that's another cool stuff this game has. And I mean, that's a complete change to your gameplay. I mean, imagine you're building a base for like months in somewhere not in darkness, and then you decide to turn into a witch. Well, then you will have to build another base in the darkness, because you will not be able to live in your older base. So we have some tries, and the native guide will help us like guide around the map, and we can choose where do we want to start playing. We have 4 tries, so let's go another one. I don't like it here, this is kind of shitty. As you can see, the game has a lot of biomes, and the last try.
As you journey out to this world, remember these words. You are about to start on an adventure, to begin an experience unlike any other. Everything will be difficult. Nothing will be simple. And with each tiny moment of triumph, you will blaze the trail scattered with defeat, blood and tears. Salem is a full loot, full PvP, permadeath sandbox, where even in the starting town, you will be susceptible to disease, witchcraft, explosives, and even death if you're not careful. Every pilgrim you meet in Salem will know this, and thus every true friendship you forge will be worth that of countless others you may have experienced in similar games. Salem is not a place for the weak or entitled. Salem is a haven for those who long to be challenged and miss the pure innocence and euphoria of discovery, risk, exploration, and interaction. The world is in a constant state of flux. The politics a sea of chaos, and the stakes have never been higher. Good luck.
Alright, I wanted to leave that dialogue in the video because that's beautiful. I mean, when this game came out, there was nothing like it. I mean, maybe Minecraft had been around for like a few years, and Don't Starve is also the same genre, but nothing like Salem the Crafting MMO. So this game has its roots on another game called Haven and Heart, which is in development as well, and they follow the same dynamics. You are thrown in the wilderness with other people in a multiplayer game. The game takes a long time to do virtually everything, even a field, even a mine. building anything will take a lot of time, so don't founder yourself on your first settlements, because you will probably wander around a little more and find another place that may look more inviting to build into. So alright. These are some biomes. We are in the middle of the forest. I mean, it would have been great to show you the main town, Providence. I guess we can find an empty lean-to over here. I don't think we could be able to find one, but don't worry. I will just walk to my lean-to, which I don't know which one is. We have some pointers here. We can display our homestead pointer. Okay, is this my lean-to? I mean, all right, this was my lean-to. Okay, this building over here, it's very important. This is where your character will sleep when you are offline. It doesn't matter if you sleep in a bed. Other people will be able to access your inventory from this building in specific, so that means you will have to protect this building with everything you have. Build walls around it. Sorry, I'm fixing the window over here. So build walls around this guy, this lean-to, because that's the most important building your character has. You can change this lean-to by building another lean-to and claiming over it, and that means this little paper in the building will disappear and it will appear on your next lean-to. You can also have a homestead claim instead of a lean-to, which is just a stone that has information about the land you have paid for silver, so you can claim it as your own, and no other players will be able to enter that land. So I'm teleporting over here to Providence. You can exit this menu by going to adventure, travel, and you can travel to Providence or travel to your home. So Providence is the main town. Every player gathers around this town, and when there is a community event, people will come to this town by just teleporting over here. So that's pretty cool. There's some stores, some shops over there where you can buy stuff from other players, and other players can buy these stalls, these shops, to sell stuff to other people. The seas over there. There's an NPC that counts fishing skills for people. There's a PvP arena that way. You can smoke in a hookah over here if you have an outfit with affluence enough. That's affluence is a bonus with clothing. These are clothing bonus, and you can equip your clothes with artifacts, and those are bonuses that act in different way. Like it will help you on fighting, it will help you on gluttony, it will help you on good working or mining, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of proficiencies that you can, well, there are not proficiencies, there's a lot of bonuses you can have when you equip your clothes with those artifacts. Artifacts can be crafted, or they can be found in the loot of monsters and stuff. So this is our craft menu. We can craft clothes, food, inspirationals, tools, process materials. This is like some sort of tavern where people can gather. As you can see, the game is pretty much I mean, it's not dead. There's a very active community, mostly on Discord, but not many people keep playing the game, and that's a shame really, because there's a lot of depth in this game, and it's also a free game. There's a shop, as you can see over here. There's a Salem store, and here it will open a website, and here we can buy stuff for real money. We can buy some crazy hats, which are mostly cosmetic. They are cosmetic, really. We can buy silver for cash, but I don't recommend you do that, because the best way to get silver is in the game is just hunting. We can buy some packs, which those are the most OP stuff. Like if you buy one of these things, they will come with a premium item, which is, in this case of the hunter's pack, is a hunting knife, which makes you do stuff faster, butcher monsters faster. And this is the Memento Mori. It's $7, and with this thing you can learn the skill to kill other players. This skill can be learned in normal ways in the game, but it takes a lot of time. So a murderer character is pretty valuable. You wouldn't want to lose a murdering character by murdering one cheap noob. By the way, if you commit a crime, other people can hunt you down. If they find the sense, they will track you down to your settlement, and they will probably kill you. So don't go around committing crimes and stealing other people's stuff, because that has consequences. Alright, let me fix this window. Let's go back to our settlement. By the way, there's a lot of stuff I didn't explain about Providence, but you will go around and discover them by yourself. Alright, we are here, and the first things you will want to do in Salem is just walking around. You will walk around, gather stuff. As you can see, I have another craving. I'm craving for Myrtle Oak acorns, which is a shame really, because I was in a biome that had those stuff. But there's some over in Providence. I won't go to Providence because that will take some time, and I don't wanna lose some time. I don't wanna lose time in this tutorial. I want to show you stuff, all the stuff this game has to offer, and people just seem to ignore it. I mean, the game has had some time with being popular. The game has had like thousands of players online at the same time at some point, but since this game has a permadeath mechanic and you can lose your stuff pretty easily if you're not careful, well, a lot of people just retire and quit the game. But don't worry too much about it, because as long as you protect your lean-to from other people and you claim your land that you build, and since it's pretty well, you can lose your character to other people if you just go around committing crimes. So if you get robbed or your character gets murdered, well, it's as easy as telling someone else on Discord that you got robbed and that you need help, and maybe someone will go to your aid and track down the people that did you harm if you're not strong enough to do it yourself. So there's a settlement, there's an abandoned settlement over here, and these guys put down some signs with their bases and to try to have some order in their stuff, I guess. As you can see, the place is pretty much abandoned, judging by the way they abandoned here. I mean, there's no crackdown walls, so that means no one had to break the walls to get to their settlements, and I think they just had to open the gate. They had no locks on their gates, so that's probably it. Yeah, as you can see, I can just come around and open and close this gate, and that means someone built their base and didn't lock their gates in the time they built all of this. So that's pretty funny. that's why people just quit this game. They commit some stupid stuff and they just can't bear with this, with the lost. But don't worry, because the most important thing you have in this game is your character, not the stuff you acquire with game time. So this is a bed and we can use it to sleep, and our character will sleep in the game and we will just log out. Alright, let's just explore a little bit more. There's nothing here really, nothing important, just some dead turkeys, I guess. I think these guys weren't that good playing the game, so they couldn't have something interesting to offer. There's some dead turkeys there. The turkeys. I mean, you could say they were already loot, but judging by the way they had no locks on their gates and there was no mine here, maybe their mine is somewhere else, but maybe they didn't know how to play correctly, whatever. So you will, in the first few hours, you will just learn stuff, raise your proficiencies. Let's cook something because I'm dying over here. I need some acorns. Well, the remember, it's been a few years since I played this from the beginning, so bear with me. The first foods we will have to cook are nuts. These are pretty good. Some roasted nuts will help us to walk around the place. Alright, there's also something we have to take care of, which is the seasons. Right now we are in winter, so I'm gonna freeze if I keep playing like this, and maybe there's some kind of ward implemented where I'm not getting freezed because this is a new character. But I don't know, as you can see, I just changed my link over there just for nothing. There's a mine there, which is kind of interesting. Maybe it belongs to the guys over here. That's mostly probably. It would suck to have to go all the way to this place to get to a mine, to your mine. So the second, well, the first settlement you build will not be important. The important settlement will be the mine, because your mine, well, the settlement you build around your mine, because that will be the place you will settle, like, I wouldn't say forever, but a lot of time you will be there, that's for sure. So don't get funded too much on the first stuff you build. I'm gonna throw those wood blocks, I don't need them. Alright, that's a river. If we had the skill to swim, we will cross it. So the first thing you will want to do is just learn stuff. Learn proficiencies, raise these bars, raise your vials with cravings and with gluttony sessions. And the gluttony sessions, well, you have to do those in order of 3, because if you don't raise three vials in a row, well, you will suffer a lot. I'm just walking in circles over here. Alright, and I don't know, that's mostly the first thing you will do. Alright, so let's try to build a fire, because we need to cook some nuts, and let's also get some more nuts. All right. A fire needs some branches, like 4 branches, I think. We need to build a pile of wood over here. And we also need, okay, this one, a tinder drill, which requires 2 branches and 3 of any tinder. And we have these oddly shaped pinecone scales, which act as tinder. As you can see, this oddly shaped pinecone scale is an artifact, and we can have those into our clothes. So that's awesome. And what would it give us if we if we had this in our clothes? It will give us +6 blunt power, +5 raw machine, +2 productivity, and +10 good working. Whatever that means, just look in the wiki and that will tell you. So just right click to your clothes and try to put it down. There's a chance that you fail this. So if you fail it, don't worry, just craft another clothes and let's go. So we will have to craft ourselves some clothes, and I'm gonna do our first gluttony session. So first we build a fire, we try to fire the fire and cook our nuts. Alright, there's also a chance to fail that. We were lucky this time, so just go to craft food, nuts, and roasted nuts, and you can craft your first food here. As you can see, there's 2 uses in each nut, and it will heal us some of our biles, and when gobbled, it will also give us some stuff. So if you hold control, you can see which bile it will give you if you gobble. I mean, that means if you eat this in a gluttony session, this one will give us yellow bile, this one will give us black bile, this one will give us red bile, and just cook this stuff. All right, and when we are ready, we click on these 2 forks. We click it, and now we can do a gluttony session. That's one of the ways we raise our piles. If you gobble and raise just 1 point, you will have to wait a lot of time. But if you gobble and raise 3 points, the time you have to wait to the next gluttony session will be reduced by a lot of time. So let's raise 1 point. And as you can see, since this was a very low quality food, it was just some nuts I found in a tree and I just threw them to the fire and tried to have a gluttony session with those. Compare those to hunting monsters, hunting a high quality deer, that's a turkey over there, farming turkeys and cooking a turkey sandwich. Compare that to just grabbing some shit you found on the floor and cooking it. I mean, that means this low quality food will have reduction on the next seed we eat. And as you can see, we have a full and fed up for 6 minutes. And while we have this thing, you cannot consume food on gluttony mode. So that sucks, because for the next gluttony session I will have to wait 6 minutes, but I want to raise more because, well, I could just wait 6 minutes. Let's see what happens. Well, for the next one I'm gonna eat these berries I found. So 1, 2, and I have to wait 30 minutes. And as you can see, the blackberries didn't have a this 50% on red, so they have the same efficiency on the next one I eat. And there we go, the next berry will give me half of the bonus when gobbled. So let's eat it And as you can see, I raised 3 vials. That means I will have a bonus on the reduction of this full and fed up. And I will just right click and cancel, and I can now gobble one more time. 1, 2, and let's I don't think I can raise that one. I'm out of berries, so that sucks. Alright, third. And I don't have any reduction time, so I can gobble one more time, but I don't have any berries, so I'm not gonna do that. So, but you can see how gluttony system works in this game. As you can see, it's pretty simple to understand. The more quality food you cook, the better stuff, the better numbers you will have when gobbling those stuff. So that's awesome, and that's pretty much the first few hours of the game. Next, we will want to. Oh, there's a triangle over there. Someone was painting with pavement. Let's go over there and see what they painted. So what was we talking? Well, the next few things we will want to do will be to hunt some stuff. Maybe we can hunt some stuff right now. I will have to learn hunting and hide working. Alright. I was craving a nut. I don't. Whatever. Let's try to learn this skill over here. Bug hunting. I need to study another one, and there we go. We can learn foraging, exploration, hiking, but bug hunting is the first skill to kill stuff. There's a cricket over there, so let's hunt that cricket. I mean, I'm jealous of you guys that you have not played this game, because there's a lot of stuff to discover in this game, and these few things are very exciting. I mean, the first few times I played a new character in this game were awesome. So I will try to study and learn foraging. Alright. Well, this foraging will help us in our survival skills when we and will help us to discover some stuff. Alright, let's kill a cricket and finish this game. Well, I mean this video. I don't think I will have another video of this game, maybe, but I don't know if I will play in this character. I don't know. It will be interesting, but it depends on the people that see this video, and the reaction and the comments. If I have some comments. As you can see, I just stomped the ground, and also English is not my main language. I mostly do videos in Spanish, but I guess I could do some videos on English as well. Why not? Alright, so we kill a cricket, and we can craft a inspirational called Team of Crickets. Cricket team, I think it's called Cricket Team. So this cricket team was sold on Providence for a lot of silver. That used to be the days, but now a cricket team will not give you enough silver. I mean, you can try to survive by only killing cricket teams, but well, crickets and crafting cricket teams, but that couldn't be so fun. The main way you can gain silver in the game is by crafting an Indian feather and an Indian arrow, and crafting a necklace that you can sell for 30 silver on Providence, by killing monsters where you can craft their trophies and sell them on Providence. You can also get silver by selling stuff to other players, or by farming cotton fields and crafting, well, selling those cotton clothes to the NPCs. Alright, this is Indian tracking is the first skill that will help us gather some silver, so it's pretty important that you learn this skill first. Next I will go for exploration. Whatever skill you can acquire, go for it. There's no limit but your grinding skills. Alright, let's learn this and just raise some stuff and walk around, look around for the stumps and see if they have something that is useful for you. Indian feathers are mostly found on stumps or on the ground. They will appear in your minimap once you learn Indian tracking. Let's learn this guy. Let's try to learn Indian tracking. It will take, I don't know, maybe some smooth stones. I will need faith and wisdom, but I will get that from the tumbleweed. Alright. There's a lot of stuff in this game. Alright. I can now have Indian tracking. And this unlocks Savage Charm. And that's the necklace you sell in Providence for 30 gold. So also I'm just walking around. So I'm gonna turn, well, I have to learn a skill first. I think it's called hiking. I want to walk faster. It doesn't matter if it lowers my flame. I'm just walking around and exploring. And the faster I walk, the better, right? So let's learn hiking. If we can, of course. It's a pretty easy skill to learn. So these are some mushrooms. I don't recommend that you gobble on them, because if you do, your character will be farting. That's literally, your character will fart, it will get sick and it will fart, and that will interrupt your actions, and it's pretty freaking annoying for you and for the people around you. Oh my god, there's a flower over here. This thorn bush has a flower. As you can see, it's turned green. I think that's a thing from the client, the custom client. So this thing gives an inspiration. Now those rare fire thorn bush flowers, and that's used for a potion that gives you inspiration. As you can see over here, there's inspiration, a cap, and a rate of regeneration of inspiration. Nice. And every time you study stuff, your inspiration will go down. So that's a limit for how much stuff you can study at a time. And besides that, every next thing you study will cost more inspiration, and that also rises exponentially. So I don't know if it's exponential, but it rises. So the best stuff, the best way you can study inspirationals in Salem is by having a variety of them. You will want to study, I don't know, maybe a straight chestnut, and next you will want to study a coin, and next you will want to study whatever. I mean, that's, you get it, no? Like, you have to study different stuff if you can and you care about the inspirational cap. But since I found it that it's not that really needed unless you're power gaming or there's a new server, well, it's not that important to have care of that. Alright, we can lower this thing and just explore around. I will have to get some hammer and nail, and I don't think that can be obtained from the stuff you find. Maybe maybe from the good blocks if we break them. While you're exploring, you could also find some exploration events, and those are some buildings that spawn randomly in the game. Alright, that gives me some hammer and nails, so what else do I need? Alright. I can now learn hiking, and I can now wander. I put this in the hotkey because that's the best way for me to access that command, and now I'm walking faster, but my flame also lowers. So that's something to keep in mind. And there's some links over here. If you find a base that you like and that's in a good place, you can try to reuse it and reuse the buildings in there. It will help you a lot. It will reduce the time you spend in the game, but it will be easier if you find a base that's already built and it's abandoned. So I have a craving for a milkweed root, and they are in every biome, and they are just trash. So that's why the minimap hides them. But since I need to find one, I'm gonna hide it from the radar. So I'm gonna eat it, and now I'm have 10 on all my proficiencies. That's pretty low. Let's learn a new skill. I don't have it, and I don't know where is it. I think it's butchery. The next thing we want to do or to have is a way to get clothes, because as you can see, they are shiny because I just unlocked them. I'm gonna unhide the milkweed because that sucks. And there's a cow over there, and you can just scare away those freaking cows, get their feathers. There's another cow over here, but since it's in the water, the feather will just fall to the river and disappear. But with the feathers, we can craft our first cape, our first crow feather cape. It requires 25 crow feathers, and that's a lot, and I'm not gonna do it, at least not on camera, or maybe I will, I don't know. As you can see, the crow feather is the same model for the savage feather. Well, in the Indian feather, that's incredible. It's the same model, but texture black. That's awesome. So the reason I wanted to learn that skill, patchwork and rags, is because we are going to craft our first clothes. This will be a jute cap, and this requires 4 fibers. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are here. So these are reeds that you find on the rivers, but if you unite 2 reeds and whip them together, you get 1 woven reed. And where's the other one? What the hell? Since I don't have a skill called weaving, it's this one over here. It requires 1,100, 100, 1,000, 1100. That's the way you say it in America, right? 1100. It requires 1100 thread and needle, and that sucks because I'm just at 11. But don't worry, because instead of using my abandoned cobwebs in crafting this stupid hut, I'm gonna use those cobwebs to learn. It requires a freaking lot of black pile. I'm gonna use those cobwebs to learn that skill. I mean, if I can, because this requires a lot of black pile, and that freaking sucks. Alright, 900, 1100, awesome. Alright, I think the woven reed is okay. The woven reed also raises my thread and needle. Alright, and another one. And another one. Fuck, I need to learn. Alright, I'm gonna use a woven reed, whatever. And now I'm learning weaving. That's awesome. Alright, and now instead of freaking getting 1 woven reed per 2 reeds, I'm gonna get 2 woven reeds per 2 reeds. So that's freaking awesome. And well, I needed a lot of woven reeds because I'm not just going to craft a dumb stupid hat. I'm gonna craft the whole stupid dumb set. So let's go. That's a hat, and there's some pants over here that requires 6, and that sucks, but whatever, 6. And now I'm not walking around the wilderness freaking naked because I have some pants that I craft myself. That's great. Now we can craft the shoes. They require 3 hay, and we can also get some bark boots. I think those are easier to get. All right, let's craft a cute shirt, a floral shirt. We don't have the clothes. A shell bikini. That we can also craft that one. If we had 2 beautiful seashells, which are found in rivers and are kind of rare, we will be able to craft that one. But let's go. Let's craft a shirt. 3, 4, 5. Weeby wobble. All right. What was that? You don't have... what the hell? Why did that sound? Anyway, I have a shirt, I have a pants, and I have a priestly robes that we can use to hide or dump noob clothes. And next we will have to craft a cape, and that will come eventually when I find crows. I'm just gonna scare them away and do whatever with their feathers. But let's go. So there's some stuff here. There's some stumps over here that I'm finding in the wilderness, and so I'm just gonna go around and explore them and see if I can find something useful in there. Those are the best stuff in the wilderness. You get to find these abandoned stumps, and they spawn stuff in there. They spawn the Indian arrowheads, which are one of the main ingredients to craft the first thing that will give us silver, and they spawn other stuff and Indian feather as well. So let's go. You can see I'm in the middle of a bunch of rivers, so that sucks. This is a game trail. This is a game trail, and monsters will spawn here. Bears spawn here, and also dark embers if you're in the wilderness. So there's a bunch of settlements in this place, mostly abandoned and not really developed. This guy had 59 on this bar, so that means they had 100 on this bar. That means they had a bunch of rounds farming cotton and cabbage and stuff, and that's pretty awesome. That's one mechanic of the game, which is farming, and the mechanic of farming is it's awesome. It takes 4 whole real days to grow anything on the fields. So I mean, for an online game, that's pretty realistic. Anyway, oh my god, a snake's gonna bite me. Crap. Oh, I don't think it can swim. Oh, nice. Thank you, Mr. Bunny. You're saving my freaking life. Oh my god. Fuck, it's too loud. Alright, so what was that snake? If a snake bites you, no matter how strong your character is, it will poison you. And if you get poisoned, you have to drink a serum, and that is an antidote. But if you don't drink it, you will pass out, and you drop all your loot in your inventory if you pass out, and well, your flame will drain to 0, and you will lose stuff. Your inspiration will lower by half, and you will lose proficiencies. So don't pass out, please, and don't get permanently killed if possible. I mean, it's pretty rare and strange to get permanently killed. My first character, I created it in 2014, and it is still alive. So I have never been permanently killed on a main character except for expeditions, and that sucks as well. Don't get killed never. Those bunnies are fighting each other, so we are gonna have to meet. Alright, that's the timber, but I don't have the skill to hunt the snakes or rabbits still. So when one of those get killed, I mean, can we learn that skill? When one of those guys get killed, we will get its corpse and eat it. Of course, if I can manage to learn that skill, I don't know what it requires. Alright, I need. I know that's. Oh no, that's pretty rare. Oh my god, the bunny died in the river and it disappeared. What the heck? This sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye to you for now. I hope you play Salem one day. Give it a chance. I mean, it's a free game. What? It's a free game and it's pretty depth. You will have lots of fun playing it. If you can't trust me, what else can I tell you? What else can I say to you so you play this incredible, awesome, freaking game? Give this video a thumb up. Comment me something. I don't think a lot of people will watch till the end of a 1 hour video, but I mean, it's a 1 hour video on a pretty complex freaking game. So there you have it. Oh my god, a squirrel over there. Let's grab that squirrel. But I'm carrying a lot of stuff right now, and I'm dying. I can't carry that. I can't get to the snake. Alright, I can't even run. So that's all for the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, or in the Salem Discord, which is not in the description. I caught you. Nice. I'm gonna kill it. Poor freaking snake. Squirrel, not snake. Also the snake. I wanted to have a rabbit.